Hey farmers, are you tired of watching your profits fall through the cracks? 360 Yield Center and Seed Time and Harvest have your solutions. Yield Saver is a product that fits on your current combine head and reduces kernel loss by 2 bushels per acre on average. Call Mike at 920-210-7122 to see how quickly Yield Savers can put money back into your pocket. Seed Time and Harvest is a proud supporter of CWC Athletics. Good luck, Crusaders.
Okay, I think we are live right now. And I'm Steve Witterhack, and we are bringing you the game from Ripon over at Murray Park. All day I thought it was Taylor Park, so I had to drive around town Ripon until I found it was Murray Park. No, I found my place. I've been here before, but not a bad place to be here today. It's a game in the East Central Conference. I'm Steve Witterhack. Big Nate Young frantically trying to get our video stuff set up. And we are ready to bring you some girls softball action between Waupun and the Ripon Tigers here this afternoon in Ripon. All these games important. You don't take anybody for granted. The last time these two teams played, Waupun was trailing going into the bottom of the 5th inning by a score of 2-1, and then they went off in the bottom of the 5th inning, put 10 runs on the board, got another run in the next inning, and they ended up 10 ruling Ripon in 6 innings in that ball game. But man, it was a little nip and tuck there for a while for the Waupun Lady Warriors softball team in that first time that these two teams met. But thanks for joining us here today. Hopefully we got the radio coverage on. Did you contact the station about the radio too? We'll have that on to let people know we're going to have this on the radio here today, besides being on radioplusinfo.com. And that is on 103.3 FM, also AM 1170. You can get that for probably the best distance of all the frequencies we have. And in the Fond du Lac area, it is 93.7 FM. But again, looking forward to bringing you some girls softball. I tell you, some really good games coming up for the Waupun Lady Warriors here in the next few weeks that are going to really decide the season. They got Kewaskum, who did lose that night last Tuesday when Coach Josh Novice mentioned that if we get a little help tonight after they knocked off KML in their ball game, that if they get some help from Winneconne that night, they did. Winneconne won, and that put Waupun within one game of the conference-leading Kewaskum Indians. And they play Kewaskum at Kewaskum coming up next week, Tuesday. And then you got Winneconne, who's another one of the dark horses in here. Winneconne's always a good competitive program year after year. And Waupun plays Winneconne coming up next Friday. So 2 huge games coming up. But you got to win this one here first against Ripon. You never know with Ripon. They're having a little trouble during the season. Second to last place in conference right now. And we'll see how Waupun can handle the Ripon Tigers here tonight in Ripon. And then got some other good non-conference games that they have lined up besides coming up here in the next few days. So tough conference schedule and non-conference schedule for Waupun. But I think right now they're playing their best softball. Had a really nice, impressive win against Berlin just a couple days ago, knocking them off 17-0 in that ball game. 10 hits for Waupun in that game, just 2 hits for Berlin, and 4 errors for Berlin in that ball game. Kaylee Westphal, 2 for 3 with a triple, and also scored 3 times in that game. Aubrey Farley had a double. Amelia Jones with a home run. Hannah Beatty with a triple, and Addie Braun. She pitched 3 innings in that game, didn't give up a hit. That says that it depends on where you look. One place has her down for a couple of hits that she gave up, but 8 strikeouts in that game in the 3 innings that she pitched. And also she had a double with her bat, so she gets it done both ways for Waupun, both offensively and defensively. And are you ready to take a break, Nate? Are you ready for that? Okay, we're going to take a break right now. Come back with the beginning of today's game, the starting lineups for both teams, and the beginning of the game tonight is Waupun on the road at Murray Park in Ripon, and ready to take on the Ripon Tigers back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New Medical Center. Are you struggling with your weight? Tired of diets that just make you hungry? Maybe it's time to try something new. By now, most of you have heard about semaglutide and tirzepatide, the amazing new weight loss drugs that are sweeping across the country and helping thousands of people just like you successfully lose unwanted pounds. Well, wait no more. NewMed Integrated Healthcare has got you covered. Don't be fooled by expensive online plans with no direct medical supervision. New Medical Center's program is affordable and provides you with all the personalized support you need to succeed. Get started now and eliminate your cravings, decrease your appetite, and start losing those pounds. Take it from me, it's easier than you think. How do I know? Because I lost 50 pounds last year using this very program, and I've kept it off. Let the team at New Medical Center help you get the weight loss results you desire and deserve. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 to get started now, or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Okay, we are back in Ripon. A pretty stiff wind heading out towards center field, a little bit over to right field here tonight. Waupun getting set to take on the Ripon Tigers here on Radio Plus Sports. Steve Winterhack with you tonight. First time we've seen the Waupun Lady Warriors on the road, but we'll see more of that coming up. A couple games, though, at home, one on the road that we'll have next week for you, and that is their game over at Kewaskum. That'll be a huge game in the East Central Conference, and then they come back home to take on Winneconne on Friday of next week. I'm going to try to get that one on the schedule, too. So let's take a look at Waupun. First of all, the Lady Warriors batting order, seeing they're starting batting first here. They'll be starting with Kaylee Westfall. Good place to put her. They can't pitch around her when you got her in the number one spot. So she will be leading off for Waupun, followed by Addie Braun, who also swings a good bat. What do you do when you got two players like that back-to-back? Then you got Hannah Beatty after that, Amelia Jones, Aubrey Farley. It's just murderer's row, really, with the beginning of the lineup, and they're strong in the bottom part, too. Alexis Babish batting 6th. You got Leah Bawalda batting 7th, Carly White in the 8th slot, and Rowan Harder in the number 7 spot in the batting order for Waupun, and they'll be facing Addison Johnson, 3-7 on the season, with a 9.07 ERA, facing Kaylee Westfall. First pitch, a strike, no offer from Kaylee. We are underway here at Ripon. Wind really kind of moving a little bit more towards the right field side, towards the right field foul pole, from left foul pole to right field. This one's banked out to right field. That's going to make it all the way to the fence, and here goes Kaylee over to second base. Throw is there, but in standing with a leadoff double as Kaylee Westfall just drills one out to right field. And we are underway with a base runner for Waupun, a double right off the bat here for Kaylee Westfall, and that'll bring up Addie Braun. Addie so far on the season batting .467, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs for her. Fun jumping out things right away with Addison Johnson in the pitcher's circle. One's going to bounce and get back to the fence, and that actually hits her. So hit by a pitch for Addie Braun. Puts runners now at first and second base. Actually, Kaylee Westfall would have easily been over to third base. Be bringing a courtesy runner in, and they are for Waupun. Reagan Holtz coming in. Do some running, put some speed on the base pass, and that'll let Addie Braun get ready to pitch in the bottom half of the inning. Hannah Beatty up to bat now for Waupun. First one misses. A little bit high on that pitch. Hannah so far in the season batting .426, some pretty hefty batting averages for the Lady Warriors, especially through the first half of their batting order. Comes the 1-0 pitch, make it 2-0. That one misses. Here we go, 2-0 the count to Hannah. Next pitch also misses, makes it a 3-0 count. 3-0 the count now for Hannah Beatty, with runners at first and second base. Here's the pitch. It's a little off that one, taking all the way. Called strike one. Count is now 3-1 to Hannah. A lot of sunshine today, but a lot of wind here as the day went on. Comes the 3-1 pitch. The jams are on that one a bit and a little late. Fouls it back into the screen, makes the count now 3-2 to Hannah Beatty, with Amelia Jones awaiting on deck. Hayden Baker behind home plate. Belle Kletke is the first baseman. Second baseman for the Tigers, Bryn Carlson. At shortstop, Lily Quackle. Comes a 3-2 pitch, and that is hit hard right out to center field, off the top of the glove of the center fielder. And that one should have been hauled in. It was coming fast, but still off her glove out in center field. So an error on the center fielder, and a run in for Waupun. Runners now at the corners for the Lady Warriors. That'll bring up Amelia Jones. Nice hard hit ball, though, by Beatty. Baker looked like he was going to get it at first and just kind of went out of her glove. Runner goes, no throw, and runners now safe at second and third for the Lady Warriors. Nobody out, runners at second and third, one run in. Waupun leading 1-0 here, top of the first inning in Ripon. That's a called strike, and the next pitch in to Jones. Jones with a home run her last game just a couple days ago. Lays off the next pitch. That's going to miss. Puts the count now at 2-1. Yeah, thanks for joining us on 103.3 FM. This is hit high in the air out towards left field, and it is out of here. Home run, making sure she touches first base, is Amelia Jones. She just had one 2 days ago, and now she's on a roll with the home runs. A 3-run shot for Amelia Jones, putting Waupun up now 4-0. Big smile as she crosses home plate. That just got up in the jet stream, and then Carly White gets the step on her foot, knocked her over as they had the celebration at home plate. But again, a nice high, towering home run off the bat of Amelia Jones, bringing in 3 for Waupun. And they are off and running here in this ball game. Top of the first, nobody out. Bases are now cleared because of Amelia. But 4 runs cross the plate. Waupun leads 4-0. That'll bring up Aubrey Farley. Aubrey so far in the season batting .488. So then you just got to go into your number 5 in the batting order for Waupun, and that batter's batting almost 500 on the season. Alexis Babish are waiting on deck with nobody out, 4 runs in. That is in the air and in foul territory down the right field side, and it's going to land in foul territory. Count is now 0-2 to Aubrey. I said these teams, as Coach told me in the interview, we didn't get a chance to play for you, but he talked about how the team wasn't really ready for the good pitching that they saw in that game in Waupun. Took a while to adjust to it. Hard hit ball. That's going to be a base hit past the shortstop out to center, left center field. And the base hits keep on coming for Waupun. A single for Aubrey Farley. So runner at first base, 4 runs in, and now Alexis Babish coming up, second baseman for Waupun. Alexis, just a freshman, starting in 3 different sports her freshman year. Starter on the volleyball team, starter on the basketball team, and here she is on a very, very good softball team along with her sister, Ryan Babish, on that state championship team from last year. This pitch misses. This one's going to miss, makes the count now 2-0. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Might even have a viewer out in New York. One of my past color commentators, Yvette Navis, checking in once in a while. So just in case Yvette's out there, hi to Yvette. Whenever you're back in Wisconsin, if there's a game going on, we'll definitely put you on the air. 3-0 the count now for Alexis. Leah Bawalda waiting on deck. Yeah, it's a called strike. It's a count now at 3-1. Yeah, lucky I brought a couple sweaters and a jacket here today. Next one's going to miss, and Alexis offered a walk. So runners now at first and second base. Still nobody out for Waupun with 4 runs in. Runners at first and second. Number 7 in the batting order, Leah Bawalda, steps to the plate. Leah having a great season, batting .333. See some nice shots for her, especially after right field. Got some pretty good wheels, too. Yeah, it's a called strike. 0-1 the count now to Bawalda. And Addison Johnson with the next pitch. Tries a little changeup. That's going to miss high. Adele Miner is over at third base for the Ripon Tigers. In the Ripon outfield, left to right field, you got Presley Lissaway. Also Jocelyn Baker and Gabby Gaffney is out in right field. Comes at it. That one gets fouled back into the screen. 1-2 the count now to Bawalda. 4-0 the score here at Murray Park in Ripon. I've been here for many softball games and also for some Little League games. I know we were here last year for a couple of my grandsons playing in a tournament that they had with all the diamonds they have around here. Next one's going to miss high. 2-2 the count. Carly White awaiting on deck. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Johnson. Change up, and that is drilled out to left center field, and that he is going to make it all the way to the fence. 1 run in. They get it into the infield, and runners now at second and third. A 1-run double for Leah Bawalda. Down in the count there for a while, but ends up just spanking that one out right on the barrel of the bat and out to left center field, out to the fence. Waupun now leading 5-0. Waupun threatening again with the runners at second and third. Still nobody out for the Lady Warriors. A little different start. Waupun only had one run going into the bottom of the fifth inning when they played last time. Down in the game 2-1 to Ripon, but they're definitely making up for it. And I tell you, Waupun, they are on a roll right now. They're playing some great softball, and hopefully that can carry all the way through next week and into the postseason. Looking like that team that won state last year. Strike one on the first pitch into Carly. Carly batting .258 so far on the season with runners at second and third. 5 runs in. Strike on the next pitch in. Babish at second and Leah Bawald over at third base. That is hit out towards center field, going back. And right by that one is, she didn't catch it, kept it maybe from going over, but that landed back in the playing field and getting all the way over to third base is Carly White. She just kept on going. And that thing was all the way out to the fence, and the center fielder, Jocelyn Baker, had to try to haul it in. Looks like it was almost going to go out of the park, and she kind of brought it back in, but it landed back on the ground. So now standing over at third base, and 2 more runs come in for Waupun is Carly White. A bunch of marks on my scorebook so far, and still nobody out. That's going to be a base hit up the right field off the bat of Rowan Harder. It's an RBI single over on the right field side. Just not hesitating on that one, and gets a single out to right field. Waupun just like that, leading 8-0. Wapun's playing great softball. Didn't expect quite this dominating performance so far, but here we are. The 10th batter coming up here, and it's Kaylee Westfall again. And she kind of waits on one and then swings a little late on it, goes out of play over on the right field side. Strike one. Kaylee had a double to start things off for Waupun in this inning. And this one is hit hard out towards right field, right at the right fielder, hauls it in for the out. That would be out number 1. A line shot out to right field. Runner stays at first base. So we had Ebron getting her second at bat of the ball game. Just 1 out on the board. Runner at first. 8 runs in for Waupun. And a runner at first base with Rowan Harder over there. And he pops one in the infield, and that's going to be taken over by the first baseman. Almost first and second baseman colliding there, but Belle Kletke hauls it in for out number 2. And that'll bring up Hannah Beatty. Got on with an error by the center fielder on a well-hit ball out to center field. Beatty also scored. The first 8 batters all scored for Waupun, crossed home plate. And the 9th batter in the inning is standing over at first base. About 2 down. Still the first inning for Waupun, leading 8-0. That one's going to miss a bit low, maybe a bit away for Beatty. Lays off it. 2-0 the count now for Hannah with Amelia Jones. 3-run home run for her in this ball game, standing on deck. And that is going to be foul over on the right field side. Team had to get here pretty early today with hope everything's going all right with their bus driver, with Mark Harmson. Wasn't available, so they had to find another bus driver that only could take them earlier. So they were here, and I got here really early. They were here already, and there was nobody from Ripon that was here at all. Their team was in here for another half an hour. 3-1 the count now to Hannah Beatty. Amelia Jones, like I said, awaiting on deck. And that's going to miss. So that puts runners now at First and second base now for Waupun. That'll bring up Amelia Jones. Had that 3-run homer. Towering shot that brought herself and her teammates across home plate. Made it 4-0 at that time. Yeah, thanks for joining us on Radio Plus. Keeping track of what's going on with the Waupun softball team and baseball team. And this one is stung out to center field. She is all over it here today. And that's going to bring another run in for Waupun. Runners now at the corners. An RBI single. Hard hit ball out to left center field. Amelia Jones now 2 for 2 in the ball game with 4 RBIs already in the game. So now everybody that was in the first 9 batters for Waupun has crossed home plate. They lead now 9-0. Runner go. They're going to get the out over at second base, but the damage is done. 9 runs come in, top of the first inning for Waupun, highlighted by that 3-run home run for Amelia Jones after 1 inning. She has 2 base hits and 4 RBIs already. And we'll be back coming your way right after this with the bottom half of inning number 1 on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
Where did I put the keys?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Crack the window in here for a breeze.
Call Allphase so you don't sneeze.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, we are back. Wow, what a great first inning here for Waupun. I had them down. Of course, these are unofficial. Sounds about right stats. 7 hits for Waupun, and there was a couple walks in the inning. And let's take a look at Waupun defensively. First pitch in from Addie Braun. Misses for ball 1. Kaylee Westfall behind home plate. Facing Jocelyn Baker right now, their center fielder. And a little action out there in center field. Called strike on the next pitch in. Hannah Beatty standing over at first base. Alexis Babish is the second baseman. Shortstop is Carly White, and Maggie Kluge. He is the third baseman. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Going right at her, and that one fouls off the bat of Baker. Jocelyn Baker batting .342 on the season, but down in the count now to Addie Braun, 1-2. Take a look at Waupun's outfield after this pitch. A slow roller right back over to Addie Braun. She throws the first and gets the out. It's kind of off the end of the bat. And Addie just kind of runs up there, grabs it, throws the first and gets the out. Left to right, Waupun's outfield, Amelia Jones. 2 for 2 in the ball game after just 1/2 of inning. With 4 RBIs, that is crazy, crazy numbers. Rowan Harder is the center fielder, and Leah Bawalda is in right field. Now left-handed batter Addison Johnson, the pitcher, coming up to bat. And that is hit out towards right center field, and that he is on the ground and heading over to second base is Johnson. Put a nice charge in the ball out there. A long way to run for both the right fielder and the center fielder, Harder and Bawalda out there. Close to it, but a one-out double off the bat of Addison Johnson. Told not to call her Addie. She goes, definitely by Addison. We got her Addie Braun out there, but she can go either way on her name. But definitely it's Addison Johnson for the pitcher. Now they'll bring up Lily Quackel. She's their shortstop, right-handed batter. She's batting .522 on the season in that number 3 slot today here for Ripon. There's a 1-0 pitch, a little beautiful changeup on that one, way ahead of it and coming up short of the plate, but a swing and a miss by Quackle. You can't see him coming. That's what you want with your changeup. You can't do anything different in your delivery, and all of a sudden it's just coming, quite a bit slower than your normal pitches. And you bring some heat after that. They're behind as that one just fouled out of play over on the right field side. 1-2 the count now for Lily Quackle with Bryn Carlson awaiting on deck. The rest of their batting order is Hayden Baker, Gabby Gaffney, Kennedy Jansma, Belle Kletke, and Presley Lissaway. 1-2 pitch. That's going to miss just a bit low. 2-2 the count now to Lily Quackle. Runner at second base. A 9-0 lead for Waupun in the first inning. That one, say misses two. Makes the count now 3-2 to Quackle. Got to put, two sweaters on. Then I finally put in my light winter coat that I have, but that blocks out the wind. That's the main thing. It's windy. And then losing her. And then heading the count 1-2, but ends up walking Lily Quackle. So now runners at first and second base with one out. And Bryn Carlson, their cleanup batter, coming up to bat. Carlson on the season so far is batting .512. But the big number on the board, 9 runs across the plate. Everybody in the first time through their at bat crossed home plate for Waupun in that first inning. It's crazy. Everybody really hitting the ball hard too. Like I said, this is a team that's playing some really, maybe the best softball they played all season long right here in this last week or so. A little change up and well ahead of it, pulling it foul over on the third base side off the bat of Bryn Carlson. Now we're sitting right behind home plate. Nate never gets cold. He doesn't bring a jacket. Still wearing shorts. Never gets cold. Ooh, just challenges her on that one. Right down the middle, brings some heat. And going down, swinging is Bryn Carlson. Overmatched on that one. So 2 down runners at first and second base, and Hayden Baker coming up, the catcher. Hayden Baker batting .256 on the season. So runners at first and second for Ripon. 9-0 ball game in favor of the Lady Warriors here at Ripon, Murray Park. Change-up's going to miss off the plate for ball one. Yeah, nice little park there. A lot of baseball diamonds around this park. I've been here for, like I said, some Little League tournaments. Very useful for that. Great place to have it. It's going to be a little high and tight. Puts the count now at 2-0. I tell you, that game against Kettle Moraine Lutheran for Addie Braun, a team that beat Waupun early in the season. She just dominated the batters for the Chargers. That was impressive. I don't think I saw a pitch out there that wasn't exactly where she wanted it to go. She had total control in that ball game, and that's just the way she can dominate a game. 2-1 the count now to Hayden Baker. Change of lays off it. Nice job by Baker. Because that thing was up. Looked like it was going to come to the strike zone, but drops down, coming in a lot slower. Puts the count now at 3-1 to Baker. Ripon trying to get on the board with runners at first and second. 3-1 count now to Hayden Baker. That's right down Main Street. Taking all the way is Baker. Called strike. Makes the count now 3-2. 2 down. Runners at first and second base now for the Tigers. And brings the heat going down looking. Hayden Baker, great job by Addie Brown with runners on first and second base. Struck the last 2 batters out. They strand a couple, 1 base hit, 1 walk, and Waupun with a 9-0 lead going to the top of inning number 2. And we'll have that for you coming up right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? You need Pino. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pino. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapino.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapino.com and learn about the Pino difference. Pino, build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024. Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area. We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience. Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
Okay, we are back for the top half of inning number 2. Nice job by Addie Braun shutting the door on the Ripon Tigers, and they had a couple runners on with just one down, struck the last 2 out. And that will bring up now for Waupun here in the top of inning number 2, Aubrey Farley. Had a single as she scored back in the first inning. She got things going again after Amelia Jones cleared the bases with that 3-run shot. And that one, a slow roller getting over towards second base, a race towards first, and they get her by a step. Nice job by Bryn Carlson to charge the ball on that one, and Farley hoofing it up the line, but gets her out. So 1 down, nobody on. Alexis Babish coming up. She got walked and she scored. Like I said, everybody scored in the first inning for Waupun. 13 batters batted for Waupun in that first inning. And you got Amelia Jones highlighting that with a 3-run shot and then an RBI single besides. 4 RBIs and 2 base hits. All in the first inning for Amelia Jones. Talk about having an inning. This is popped in the air, and a nice job by Addison Johnson, who's got some pretty good wheels. We saw her on the base path before, and she got to that one in a hurry. A bunt attempt pops up, brought in by Addison Johnson. So now 2 down, nobody on, and that'll bring up Leah Bawalda. RBI double back in the first inning. And, of course, she scored like everybody else did in the batting right. I don't know if I've ever seen where everybody got in with nobody getting out. I may have saw that in an Oakfield at Randolph game one day when it was some freezing rain, and I thought it was going to be a real quick game because Randolph was way overmatched by Oakfield in that ball game, but it ended up Oakfield going through the batting order 2.5 times in that game. That took forever, and I was freezing. Freezing rain and windy. So again, Leah Bawalda up, down to the count now 0-2. So she got down to the count the last at bat too, but came back. That one's down on the plate. Waupun going making a lot of noise in the first inning, but 2 up and 2 down for him here this inning. A 1-2 count now for Bawalda, and Carly White awaiting on deck. And that, again, she likes getting down on the count, then spanks it past the second baseman out to center field. Bawalda now 2 for 2 in the ball game also for Waupun. And gets herself over to second base. Somehow finding her way over there. They got a little lax and got herself to second. So the heads up on that one, standing at second. See if Waupun can get something here this inning. With number 8 in the overall batting order for Waupun, Carly White stepping to the plate. See that triple that went almost out of the park. Not sure if that was like a home run saving. She just kind of tapped it back in on the ground, and Carly was just hoofing it the whole way and got herself to third base. Oh, and that's past the pitcher on the throw back out to the pitcher from the catcher, but good job by the second baseman, Bryn Carlson, all over that one, and keeps the runner where she's at, over at second base. Bawalda again at second for Waupun. 9-0 Waupun, top of the second inning. Change up on that one, and White lays off. That is a ball. Makes the count now 3-0. Appreciate the official making sure because the scoreboard not always keeping up with it. 3-0 the count. That's a called strike. Rowan Harder awaiting on deck. 3-1 the count now for Carly White. And she's issued a walk. So again, some more speed on the base pass for Waupun. Runners at first and second. That'll bring up Rowan Harder. RBI single back in the first inning. And scored. Waupun can get something out of this inning after the first two batters are retired. Trying to do something out with runners at first and second. Nice hit out towards right field off the bat of Rowan Hart. I think she just saw one pitch and just hit it out that direction. Nice pitch there. No offer from Rowan. 1-1 the count to Harder. Couple runners out there for her right now. Top of the order, Kaylee Westfall on deck. Changeup's going to miss high. Puts the count now at 2-1. Matt, thanks for joining us here today. It's the last game that we'll be bringing you, I think, this week, right? Do you get a game tomorrow? Oh, okay. Wow. Nate keeps busy. It's the last game for me for the week. I'm going to Green Bay, going to go watch Nate Bergazzi, the comedian, over at the Rush Center tomorrow. A Christmas present from my daughter and her husband. We'll be doing that coming up tomorrow. 3-1 the count, and that is a strike. Okay, 3-2 the count now for Rowan Harder. Top of the order, Kaylee Westfall awaiting on deck. Addison Johnson in the pitcher's circle for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. And that is put out towards center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Waupun will score a run, an RBI single again for Rowan Harder. Early in the ball game, and we've got numerous players that are already 2 for 2 in the game. Now Waupun's been through their batting order twice already, and we're not quite done here in the second inning. This is the third at bat now for Kaylee Westfall. So 1 run in. Great job by Waupun. And a hard hit ball right off past the second baseman. And that'll bring another run in. Hard hit ball. Second baseman hardly had really not enough time to react to it. And that brings another run in for Waupun. The first two batters retired, but now they've got a couple runs in and lead this game 11-0. Runners now at first and third base for the Lady Warriors. We'll bring up Addie Braun. First pitch, little change-up's going to miss high. Runners still up the corners for Waupun. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a nice quick inning for Waupun. Quiet one, but now they got a couple of runs in and runners in corners right now and threatening again here in the second inning. That is going to go right at the shortstop over to Quackle. Throws to first, and they do get the out, but not before Waupun comes up with a few base hits. 2 runs cross the plate, and now Waupun leading this game 11-0 after 1.5 innings. Back with the bottom half of inning number 2 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back and ready to bring you the bottom half of inning number 2. Pond does come up with a couple runs in the top half of inning number 2. After the first 2 batters are retired, now lead this game 11-0. Coming up this hour, number 6, or this inning, I should say, number 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. Gabby Gaffney coming up, followed by Kennedy Jansma, and then Belle Kletke. The 3 batters coming up for the Ripon Tigers this inning. And that first one, that's just right past a diving Alexis Babish. Right in the hole between first and second base, makes its way out to right field. A leadoff single on one pitch for Gabby Gaffney. Jumps right on that first pitch and gets herself to first base. That'll bring up Kennedy Jansma up to the plate. Jansma batting .250 on the season. Their designated player. Called strike on the first pitch in to Jansma. Yeah, a couple hits already off from Addie by the Ripon Tigers here early in the ball game. That's going to miss outside on the next pitch in. Throw to first, not in time. Two and one the count now. 2-1 the count to Jansma. Belle Kletke awaiting on deck. Nobody out, runner at first. 11-0 game. Upon leading here in the bottom of the second inning. This one's going to miss high. Makes the count now 3-1. Yeah, Drake Randy argued a few of these games, but I think he officiated last 3 days and a called strike on the next pitch in. No offer from Jansma. Puts the count now at 3-2. Comes the 3-2 pitch. It comes right back and strikes her out. Going down looking is Kennedy Jansma. Nice pitch there, right on the outside part of the plate. And that will bring a Belle Kletke up to bat. She is their first baseman, right-handed batter. Kletke batting .250 on the season so far for the Tigers. Presley Lissaway, number 9 in the batting order, waiting on deck. Called strike on the first pitch in. No offer from Kletke. Yeah, thanks for joining us here on Radio Plus. I'll have to check on my phone, find out what the other games we're covering. I just worry about my own, not knowing that the nights that I'm out and about, Nate's still out there doing games yet, so he keeps himself busy. Lucky to have him. So runner at first, one down, next pitch. He is going to miss inside. You can spread the word there. If anybody else that want to watch a game, go to RadioPlusInfo.com, or if you want to just listen to it, it's on the radio. Yeah, it's going to be high and tight on the next pitch into Kletke. 103.3 FM and also at AM 1170. AM 1170 signal definitely goes the furthest out of all of our signals. It's almost up to green base sometimes. That's on the ground over towards second base, picked up by Alexis Babish. Gets the out at first. Runner does advance to second, but nice job ranging quite a ways, almost behind first base to get that one. He is Alexis Babish, but makes it look routine and gets the out at first. That does advance the runner to second base. They will bring up number 9 in the batting order, Presley Lissaway, their left fielder. Batting .304 on the season. Nice batting average for a number 9 batter. Showing bunt, that's going to miss low and inside, ball 1. One the count now to Presley Lissaway. Jocelyn Baker, top of the order, awaiting on deck. They got that runner at second base with Gaffney out there. That's going to miss outside, make its way back to the screen, and runner heads over to third base. So Ripon threatening to try to score their first run of the ball game. The runner at third now with 2 down. 2-0 count to Presley Lissaway. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Braun, going right at her on that one. Puts the count now at 2-1. Comes the 2-1 pitch. That's going to miss low. Gets to the screen, but nobody coming on. A ball that kind of short hopped off the glove of Kaylee Westfall. But runner stays at third base. Makes the count, though, 3-1. The top of the order awaiting on deck. That's going to be high, and a walk issued to Lissaway. And puts runners now at the corners for Ripon, looking to try to get their first run across the plate. And they got the top of the order coming up now. Jocelyn Baker grounded out right back to the pitcher, back to Addie, and threw it to first to get the out back in the first inning. Second at bat of the game. We've got a lot of batters for Waupun that's had their third bat in so far in this game. Nice pitch. Paint the outside part of the plate on that pitch. Nice pitch from Addie Braun. Yeah, he kind of shut the door in the bottom half of inning number 1, 2 of those 2 strikeouts to the runners at first and second base, only 1 down, and strike out the next 2 batters to keep Ripon from scoring so far in the ball game. Now ahead in the count with Jocelyn Baker, 0-2 the count to Baker. And chases a nice high fastball, swing and a miss, so 2 strikeouts, 2 more in the books for Addie Braun. They strand a couple of runners. He had a walk and also a base hit in that inning. And after 2 complete, Waupun still leading 11-0. Back with the top half of inning number 3 coming your way in just a minute on Radio Plus Sports.
And Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Weather turning. Let's get that patio bumping and get that patio opened up.
Shooting for Wednesday. So Wednesday you come down here for wings. You can have wings out on the patio if it's nice, like it looks like it's going to be. As the weekends come and the weather gets nicer, great place to sit. Enjoy the nice outside air and drink some cool beer.
NBA playoffs, of course. Brewers this week. A lot of fun happening here.
You got the Brewers, you got the playoffs, you've got, I'm sure there's a lot of golf. People love coming down here to watch that. So just stop in on Sunday. You never know exactly what's going to be on TV. All kinds of stuff going on, and food's always good too.
Friday fish fry, of course. Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. Treat mom here, huh?
You can, and we're going to try to give as many of the girls off on Sunday as we can, so you're going to deal with all the guys on Sunday. So stop down and see us, and we'll try to take care of you.
And Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Have a great week, sir. Thank you.
You too. Thanks, Nick.
Okay, here we go. Waupun up here in the top half of inning number 3, and Hannah Beatty up at the plate. Get a hard hit ball in the first inning off the glove of the center fielder. And that's going to be just foul down the line, third base side. So Hannah down on the count now, 0-2. This is Hannah's third at bat of the ball game for the Lady Warriors. And going down looking on the next pitch, Hannah Beatty just maybe catching the outside part of the plate. That'll bring up Amelia Jones with her 4 RBIs, that home run, 3-run shot in the first inning, and also in that first inning a RBI single. And a little ahead of the first pitch in, fouls it down the left field side for strike 1. Amelia's seeing the ball pretty good. Had a home run just a couple days ago in that game. Victory they had just a couple days ago against Berlin. And a 3-run shot here today. That's a called strike. Down on the count now is Jones. Down 0-2. Nobody on, 1 down. Top of the third inning, Waupun leading 11-0. Change up on that's right up the end of the bat, but it's going to make its way out to center field. So now a 3-for-3 game going for Amelia. Nice job of hitting there. Down on the count 0-2, and just kind of off the end of the bat, powers it past the shortstop out into center field. So a couple singles and a home run for Jones so far in the game. That didn't hit anybody in this time. Is that Jalen? Okay, Jalen Landell comes out to do some running. And this is hit out towards right field off the bat of Farley and caught by the right fielder, Gabby Gaffney hauls it in. So fly out to right field. We got a strikeout. We got a base hit. We got a runner at first. And Alexis Babish comes to the plate now for Waupun. Has walked and scored. Also was flown out, I think, on a bunt attempt back to the pitcher. Swung on and fouled out of play over on the first base side. Crazy start to the game, though, for Waupun with 13 batters that got to the plate. 7 base hits in that inning. 9 runs scored in the first inning. It was crazy. That's going to miss outside. Addison Johnson again in the pitcher's circle for Ripon. Got some good speed, diminutive player out there, but she can bring it pretty good. And that one is hit right to center field, right at the center fielder to Jocelyn Baker. Hard hit ball off the bat of Alexis Babish, but right at the center fielder. So Waupun comes up empty for the first time in the ball game in an inning. Had a base hit. They strand one strikeout for the Lady Warriors, and Waupun leading now 11-0 after 2.5 innings. Back with the bottom half of inning number 3 coming your way in just 1 minute on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Extend your vertical tillage options with a new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010 available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown. Proven Excalibur VT blades cut tough residue, creating a superior seed bed. Gang angle options of 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. Mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive star wheel treaders, brake clouds, and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seed bed. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 11 to 40 foot. Ask your dealer about the new Smart Soil Technology ISOBUS system for your new Accelerator XT.
Okay, here we are back for the bottom of the third inning. And coming up to bat first for Ripon, their pitcher Addison Johnson had herself a double back in the first inning. That's as far as she got, though. 11-0 game now for Waupun on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And they're going to call the next one a strike. Kind of dipping down a little bit with Johnson. Thanks to the people that are joining us right now. Next one a little late on that swing. Fouls it over on the third base side from the left-handed hitter, Addison Johnson. Willie Quackle awaiting on deck, and the hole is Bryn Carlson. 0-2 the count now for Johnson. Oh, and chases a little rise ball, brings some heat on that one, and a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 now for Addie Braun in the game so far. That'll bring up Lily Quackle. She got walked and got to first base, and that's as far as she got back in the first inning. One down, nobody on for Ripon. This pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Yeah, not a bad vantage point, right behind home plate. Actually decided to make a little visit this morning. It was a lot less windy when I came here this morning at about 10:30. Drop off my table and our sandwich board. Next one misses, makes it count now 1-1. My wife thinks I'm fully retired, and I'm just partially retired. Some work duties I was doing, getting some equipment here ahead of time. But a nice place to sit right behind home plate. That's where you want to be. Comes the 2-1 pitch, slow little, that's backhanded and picked up by Addie Braun and gets the out at first. Nice job. Not much on that one. She just got it kind of ranged off to her right about 5-6 feet out of the pitcher's circle and picked up the ball through a strike to first for out number 2. So that will bring up Bryn Carlson to the plate. She will strike out back in the first inning. Lays off that changeup, misses outside for ball 1. Hayden Baker awaiting on deck. Next pitch down the middle, that he is fouled back for a strike. Count is now 1-1. Waupun boys playing at Lakeside Lutheran here today. I saw they were up. Now it's 1-1 now in that ball game. Top of the second inning at Lakeside Lutheran, a team that Waupun will be playing in conference play when they go into the Capital North coming up next year. That'll be a change for all of us, going to venues we've never been to before. 1-2 the count now for Carlson with 2 down. That's popped in the air and getting underneath it is Addie Braun. Hauls it in for the out, so another strikeout for Addie. Nobody reaches. 3 up, 3 down. Waupun leading 11-0 after 3 complete. Coming back in a minute with the top of the 4th inning on Radio Plus Sports.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Okay, we are back now at Murray Park in Ripon. I'm Steve Wooderhack. We got Big Nate Young doing the video streaming. Everything working good. Still Well, that nice little stiff wind that's heading out towards center field, a little bit to right field. Waupun starting out hot with those 9 runs in the first inning, 13 batters. Yeah, it's a crazy start for Waupun with 7 hits. 9 runs crossed home plate for Waupun. Everybody in the first at bat all ended up crossing home plate, all the way from 1 through 9. Nobody was out. It's crazy. That's going to hit the plate and off the mask of the catcher, Hayden Baker. Next pitch is going to miss outside. Yeah, trying to see some of the action that Waupun has coming up here yet this week. A new clipboard, but it's covering a little bit of what I need to see for that. Call strike on the next pitch in. Yeah, Waupun's got a couple games on Saturday. They play at New London. They play New London and Luxembourg Casco. Luxembourg Casco going to lose Leah Bawalda. She gets a leadoff walk for Waupun. Luxembourg Casco team, I remember seeing them at state. I'm going to say that she was not walked yet. Try to sell it. But called back to Batson. Got a little work to do yet. Smile on her face. And of course, those games coming up next week for Waupun. This one's going to miss. Now, she officially earned her walk-free pass to first base. And that will now bring up Caroline Kluge, who was the flex player, getting her first at-bat of the ball game. And called strike on the first pitch in here. No offer from Kluge. 11-0 ball game, top of the fourth. Waupun doing most of their damage in that first inning. This one fouled right back at Nate. Luckily the fence was there. He had it just like a cat. His paws were out there trying to grab it. Comes the 0-2 pitch. We'll throw over to first base, not in time. Diving back safely. He is Bawalda. 1-2 the count now to Caroline Kluge. Rowan Harder awaiting on deck now for the Lady Warriors. Yeah, he's popped in back out of play over on the first base side. Yeah, it was interesting watching. Got here early, and a lot of the girls, some were in little conversations around that was going to bounce across the plate, and that will allow Bawalda to go to second base. But I saw numerous players that were actually doing some homework. One was doing the reading. I think that was Reagan Holt. She found a place out of the wind on the other side of the little building that they have along the right field side. She was reading. It was perfect. No wind there. Sun is shining. It's a 2-2 pitch on the ground, and that's going to be pulled just a bit foul over on the third base side. Keeps the count now at 2-2. A few other on their Chromebooks or whatever they use for doing their homework on. Just kind of chilling out. Seeing the other team wasn't even here yet over in Ripon. 2-2 the count now. It's going to miss inside, and now makes it a 3-2 count to Kluge. That gets past the catcher. Runner heads over to third base now, so Waupun threatening. 9 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, none in the third inning for Waupun. And that is hit out towards center field. Runner tags. And coming in and scoring is Bawalda. It's RBI sacrifice fly for Kluge. Gets herself an RBI. And Waupun now leading 12-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch in to Rowan Harder is picked up by the second baseman, Bryn Carlson. Picks it up cleanly, gets the out over at first base. And that will now bring up Kaylee Westfall back to the top of the order. Fourth at bat of the game here for Kaylee Westfall. We're just in the fourth inning. She got the bat twice in the first inning, had that double, and scored in the first. A nice hard hit, but right at the right fielder also in the first inning. Singled back in the second inning. That one's going to miss outside. A little change-up action there from Johnson. 2-0 the count now for Kaylee Westfall with Addie Braun awaiting on deck. And that is sharply hit ball between short and third base. And gets past the left fielder. And Kaylee's going to try to stretch this one into three. Throw out past the third baseman, and she's going to stay right at three. But, man, she's got some jets. You don't see too many catchers that can run like that. And she has the record for stolen bases for Waupun, for career hits, and also for career doubles for the Waupun Lady Warriors. And coach heading out, little conference here in the pitcher's circle now for the Ripon Tigers. Again, like I say, Waupun, I from what I've seen early in the season and for what they're doing right now, are playing really the best ball that I've seen them play here in the last few weeks. It's like maybe a different player coming out to play on the field here for Ripon. And they've got a pitching change right now with Lillian Quackle getting ready to pitch. So the pitching change, why don't we take a break, come back right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Okay, we are back. Pitching change, Lily Quackle to the bat. Now ball gets past the catcher and scoring is Kaylee Westfall, just like that. You don't have to give her much of a crease to take off, and she scores for Waupun, now leading 13-0. That clears the bases now for the Lady Warriors. Getting Braun up to bat now for Waupun. For her first hit of the ball game, called strike on the next pitch in, puts the count now at 1-1 for Addie. That first inning she got hit by a pitch, end up scoring. This one's going to miss. Puts the count now at 2-1. I think it's London Gaffney. It's maybe that's their first baseman now. And Addison Johnson headed over to second base. This one's going to miss inside. So again, impressive outing here for Waupun, but they've really loaded up that non-conference schedule. A couple good teams are playing, Luxembourg Casco and New London. And getting a walk. Waupun back with a base runner again. Addie Braun over at first base now for the Lady Warriors, and maybe we'll see runner come in for her. See Jalen Landl waiting on deck now for Waupun. And coming out to run will be Audrey Quass. Now running for the Lady Warriors over at first base. Everybody getting a chance to get in the show here for Coach Josh Novice. We had a nice interview, but we didn't get on in time to get that interview with just trying to get the setup just right here before the game. But that's going to make its way back to the screen, and Quass now standing over at second base. So 1 run in the inning. 13, a couple runs, I should say, in the inning for Waupun, and that's going to be popped up to the catcher. Hauls it in for the out, but Waupun does score a couple runs here in the inning, and Waupun leading now 13-0 after 3.5. Be back with the bottom half of inning number 4 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We are back. Nate, we're back. Okay. Since he's got a looking at other things here and a few changes out there. So you got Reagan Holtz is standing over at second base now for Waupun. And still Addie Braun in the pitcher circle for the Lady Warriors. $13-0 now. Waupun leading here in the bottom of inning number 4, called strike on the next pitch into Hayden Baker, who went down looking, strikeout victim back in the first inning. This is just her second at bat of the ball game for Ripon, trying to get things going for the Tigers. And a swing and a miss, goes down with a big swing and another strikeout for Addie Braun, who's now got 6 strikeouts in the game. Top of the 4th inning. The batter did not go. So 1 down, nobody on. 13-0 the lead for Waupun, bottom of the 4th inning. Abby Gaffney up to bat. She had a single, got herself over to third base, but they just couldn't get her in. So Ripon has not scored in the ball game. Yeah, a little bit of a rough season, second to last place right now in the East Central Conference. Swing and the next miss on the next pitch into Gaffney. Yeah, the big week coming up next week for Waupun with those games on Tuesday and Friday next week. Bounced across the plate, stopped by Westfall. Again, making the trip over to Kewaskum, big game. Waupun 1 game behind Kewaskum for first place in the East Central Conference. And we'll be there for that game on Tuesday. And this one chopped over towards a short, picked up by White, throws to first and gets the out. Who's that? Kluge? That's Kluge, okay, over at shortstop. That makes a nice play over there. Throws a strike to first. Nice job by Caroline Kluge. So 2 up and 2 down for the Ripon Tigers here in the bottom half of inning number 4, trying to get on the scoreboard, but nobody on and a couple outs. Kennedy Jansma, the DP, is up to bat right now, and she went down looking strikeout. Picked him back in the second inning. Swing and a miss on the next pitch in. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, and just a couple more strikeouts. Nobody reaches. Another 1-2-3 inning for Waupun. They've got 2 in a row with that. And now 7 strikeouts in the ball game for Addie Braun, and Waupun leading 13-0 after 4 complete. Back with the top of inning number 5, coming your way in just 1 minute on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
Okay, we are back here at Murray Park in Ripon. Waupun leading 13-0. Top of the 5th inning, you got Jalen Landell up to bat for the first time in the ball game. Waupun taking control of this ball game right off the bat with 13 batters in that first inning. 9 runs come in, 7 hits. It comes inside on Landell and fights it off, fouls it off over on the third base side. Yeah, big numbers by a lot of players out there, especially namely Amelia Jones, who would have been batting in this spot with a 3-run home run, an RBI single. And this one has popped out towards right field, and the right fielder hauls it in for the out. There's Gabby Gaffney out there getting the out in right field, so 1 up, 1 down. And that'll bring up Aubrey Farley to the plate now for Waupun. Called strike on the first pitch into her. So far, Aubrey has got a single and scored in the first inning. Has grounded out and flown out after that, so she's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Reagan Holtz waiting on deck now for Waupun. 13-0 Lady Warriors. Really looking like that team that was state champs last year, and they've got all the players for it, offensively and defensively, to make another deep run and maybe get back to the championship game over at Goodman Diamond in Madison. That was magical last year for our Lady Warriors, coming home with a gold trophy the first time Waupun has won state softball. Out by Farley, laying off the next pitch. 3-1 the count now to Aubrey. Reagan Holtz waiting on deck. Nobody on for Waupun, but leading 13-0. Inside, and the next that one's going to miss, and Farley has issued a walk. That'll bring up Reagan Holtz to the plate now for Waupun. right-handed batter for the Lady Warriors. Been in the game a little bit for doing some running and getting out on the field too for Waupun here in this last inning. So again, right away, Waupun takes control of the ball game with a monster first inning, 13 batters, 9 runs. And have not allowed Ripon to cross home plate yet in the game. Called strike to Reagan on the next pitch in. So Farley over at first base, 1 down. This one is offered and fouls it back. 1-2 the count. You have 9 runs in the first for Waupun. 2 runs in the second inning. 2 more runs in the fourth inning. Those batters for Waupun hitting confidently, especially in those first at-bats. And that's a strikeout for Holtz, and then luckily back at first base. Over there is Farley. And that'll bring up Leah Bawalda back to the plate. She's had herself a nice game. RBI double in the second. First pitch into her is pulled foul on the ground over on the third base side. Singled and scored. She's crossed home plate 3 times in the ball game. The first, in the second, and then in the fourth inning. 2 for 2 in the game, along with that walk. She got on back in the fourth inning. Yeah, this is popped in the air out towards center field, and that is caught out in center field. And Waupun comes up empty here in the top of the 5th inning, and Waupun looking to shut the door, see if they can just get the 3 outs and be done with it in 5 innings here at Ripon. And we'll be back with the bottom half of inning number 5 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Okay, here we go. Waupun looking to shut the door on the Ripon Tigers here in the bottom half of inning number 5, leading 13-0. Up first for Ripon will be London Gaffney. Heat on the inside part of the plate, a called strike. Makes the count now quickly 0-2 to Gaffney. Batting in that number 8 slot right now for the Ripon Tigers. Next pitch misses outside. 1-2 the count. Yeah, Waupun boys trailing now. Says 3-1. They took another run off from there. It was 4-1 for a while, but 3-1 and a strikeout. Nice job again by Waupun's Addie Braun getting the out. Strikeout number 8 for Addie. Yeah, Waupun having a little trouble with some run production here the last games for as far as the Waupun baseball team, trailing 3-1 now at Lakeside Lutheran. Top of the 3rd inning. A non-conference game for the Warriors, but a team that will be in their conference coming up next year. This one's down low and inside. Not a bad looking day today, just a little breezy. If you get nice weather, usually if you get warmer temperatures, the wind comes in. Offered on that one from Presley Lissaway and misses. Down to the count now 1-2. Lissaway, this is just her second at bat in this ball game. Waupun's been through the batting order a bunch of times so far in the game. Presley, she walked and stranded at first and watches strike 3 go by. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. And we're going to go back to the top of the order now with Jocelyn Baker coming up to the plate. She has grounded out. She has struck out so far. 9 strikeouts in the game for Addie Braun. Total control of this game. Yeah, we'll have some interviews after the game. Get a few players here, and Nate will get us on camera doing that. This pitch, little changeup's going to miss well high for ball 1. Well, a couple games for Waupun at New London, I believe, coming up this Saturday. New London and Luxembourg Casco. Some quality teams that they have on their non-conference schedule. And the big week next week. We're definitely going to have the game on Tuesday, and we'll work it out to get that one on Friday, too, at home. Striking the next pitch in. Yeah, taking on Kewaskum, the big game right there against a team that's got a 1-game lead on Waupun. Then you got to take on the team that beat Kewaskum last week, Winneconne. If you do win, you're still. Ooh, there goes Nate's camera. Is that yours or the station's? Oh, that's Nate's. First time the entire game, and finally with the cameras all right, I hope. That's good. And a walk issued top of the order at Jocelyn Baker. Hitting on base for the first time for the Ripon Tigers. That'll now bring up Addison Johnson to the plate. Now, she had a double back in the first inning and also struck out in the game. Her third at bat of the game. And inside, and they'll changeup coming well inside. Getting out of the way is Johnson. 1-0 the count now to Addison. This pitch is going to miss outside. Yeah, I'll be definitely get a chance. We'll definitely be talking to Amelia Jones after the game with a monster game she's had. A couple of home runs this week for her, Amelia. So a 3-run shot in the first inning. RBI single, 4 RBIs in the first inning, and then a single again. She got up in the third inning. Pitch that's going to miss inside, and all of a sudden, a couple of runners with back-to-back walks. Eddie prolonging the game just a little bit for us. Just kind of going through and see the people we'll be talking, but for sure, Amelia Jones will definitely be a person we'll talk to. Maybe Kaylee Westfall. Talk to Addie Braun on almost every game. He's just always dominant out there. And he is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Lee Quackle battling right now against Addie Braun, but down to the count 0-2 with 2 down and runners at first and second. Eddie is popped in the air, but it's going to make its way out of play over on the first base side. Keeps the count now at 0-2. Wackel so far has walked and has grounded out back to the pitcher. And that is strike 3. All the outs of the strikeout route, and Waupun wins the game 13-5 3-0. And we'll take a timeout right now and come back and have a few interviews with you coming your way in just a few minutes. Waupun again victorious here at Ripon, back with the post-game show coming your way in just a minute or so on RP Sports.
Chronic pain sufferers, listen up. If you're suffering from pain due to injury or illness, and the options you've tried have failed to alleviate your pain, or surgery has been recommended, you may be wondering if you've run out of options. If so, regenerative medicine may be your answer. At New Medical Center, we use a variety of alternative treatments designed to harness your own body's ability to heal. Rather than covering up your pain, regenerative medicine goes right to the source to resolve and repair the injury. Instead of using harmful drugs to mask your pain or having risky surgery that can cause additional injury and increase your chance of arthritis, regenerative medicine helps your body repair the damage that causes pain. Don't let pain compromise your favorite hobbies and activities, leaving you crippled and desperate for help. Thousands of people have found relief with regenerative medicine, and you can too. Call the experts at New Medical Center to get an appointment today. New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or check us out on the web at www.newmedicalctr.com.
Hey, you sure do like to sneeze.
You want me to rake the leaves?
It's the dust in the air. You like to sneeze.
No, I don't remember Louise.
This is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. It's best to get them clean now. We will get your air clean, system more efficient, and home safe. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Can't say I've ever been overseas.
Call Allphase to stop your sneeze.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? You need Pinot. Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your vision to reality. You need Pinot. After all, they've been doing it almost 50 years. To start your next project, go to rapinot.com. Check out their virtual design tool and turn your idea into action. That's rapinot.com and learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
Okay, welcome back to Murray Park in Ripon. Waupun winning 13-0, and got Kaylee Westfall again with me. Hopefully everything goes all right with our interview. But did you break another record again here today?
Yeah.
Now, which one did you break now?
The runs scored.
Runs scored.
Yeah.
So which ones do you have? You have the runs scored. You've got what? Triples.
Yep.
Hits.
Yep.
Someone. Okay. And stolen bases.
Yep. And doubles.
And doubles too. I wondered about that too. But boy, what a great career. And well, you got some big games coming up right now. You're kind of chomping at the bit to get back at Kewaskum coming up, seeing that they lost one and you're just a game behind.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a really big game for us. So I think that we're going to come ready to play.
What do you think of your team, how they're playing right now? From just my opinion, I think you're playing maybe your best softball right now this time of year.
Yeah, we're playing really good defensively. We're all hitting the ball throughout the lineup, so I think it's really good right now.
What's your next record? Is there you close to anything else?
I think the next ones are more like career, so like out of the 4 years. So I kind of have to wait till the end of the season
to
see
what
goes.
happens.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll have a nice long run back to the state championship again.
Yeah,
so
hopefully.
We'll see. I think it's there possible for you. But Kaylee, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Nice game, nice career so far. We'll keep on going here, Addie Braun. going to join us right now, and she had about, let's see what you have, 9 strikeouts in the ball game here today. And what's it like when you get a lead like that? I mean, everybody that in the first time through your batting, everybody scored in there, so that's pretty impressive for your team here today. And then, of course, in a dominant pitching performance with 9 strikeouts here today. And it's a team you couldn't take lightly. They kind of gave you a little bit of a game last time you played them, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're a great team. You know, they can hit the ball. They got great defense. We came out energetic. You know, we really wanted to hit the ball, and we showed that, you know. When we get ahead like that, it's just so much easier for me to pitch. It takes pressure off because I know that my defense has my back. We're up, we're energized, and that we can hit the ball.
What's your thoughts about, you got some nice games coming up over at New London this weekend, a couple nice teams, but I'm already, you know, I'm the broadcaster, I guess. I'm looking forward to next week when you got that game against Kewaskum. What's it mean to, you know, when it kind of helps you out a little bit? They're only a game ahead of you right now, and thoughts about playing them again?
It's going to be a good match. You know, they can really hit the ball. They got great defense, you know, but we're right up there with them. We can still hit the ball. We still got defense, and it's just going to be a great game all around.
Well, you guys are playing some great ball right now. You think you can get back to the promised land again? And, I mean, it looks like you're playing like your best ball right now this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're starting to come up on the postseason. We just got to keep it rolling, keep our energy up, and we'll see where that takes us.
Another great performance. Always fun to watch you pitch, so thanks a lot, Addie.
Thank you.
Addie Braun joining us, and here comes a slugger right now. It becomes the home run hitter on the team. Talking to Amelia Jones right now. You had a home run just a few days ago, right?
Yes, I did.
And then you had a home run today. You had 4 RBIs and 2 hits with that 3-run shot and then a single for an RBI. Talk about a first inning. Have you ever had a first inning like that before?
I have not. I just went in there like, this is a good team, and they have decent pitching, and I was like, wow. I'm going to go up there with my head in the game, and there you go.
Well, you crushed it. You brought 3 runs in, and then you had that single in the first inning. So, yeah, so there's a stat line you don't see very often. 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and a home run included in that. So what's your thoughts about your team where you're at right now as you're getting here towards the crunch time in the season? You like what you see from your team?
Oh, 100%. The energy is there. It's just a great energy and atmosphere in the dugout. In the dugout, even when we're down, we always bring our energy back up, and it's just always fun to see us.
Well, it seems like you're pretty good cheerleaders for each other, and I like the positive energy. You can hear it. You can hear the dugout. Everybody's very supportive, so it seems like a pretty close-knit bunch that you have.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, well, Amelia, another monster game. Congratulations on that. It was fun to watch you play today. Congratulations.
You so much.
Amelia Jones joining us with those big RBIs and a home run shot again, a home run hitter. Now, I'll put you in that, keep on putting in that. Yeah, you're in the cleanup spot anyway, so so thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Amelia Jones joining us. I'll take the headset from you, and we'll take another break, and we'll try to get to – oh, there he is. We'll talk to the coach right now. So, okay, well, your thoughts on your team. If you just talk about that first inning, 9 runs come in the first inning, and everybody who batted scored. You didn't have any outs with the first time through the batting order, and what's that like to have to start a game out like that? I mean, what's the whole thought process after that? It's hard to beat that. 13 batters.
Yeah, they hit. They hit the ball hard too. I think the second baseman's glove probably came off. I don't know if that was the first inning, but Westy hit one that was just a laser beam, and then in the first inning, that one that was hit center field, and it just kept going. And obviously Jonesy's stat line was pretty crazy in the first inning.
Yeah, I got a home run and a single and 4 RBIs in the first inning.
And she's battling a little bit of an injury too, so you just wait till she's full strength.
Wow, yeah, a home run a couple days ago she had in that game too against Berlin. So
yeah, that was the first one off our foul poles grid.
Oh yeah,
that I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah.
I got to ask about Carly White's. Was that going out and she brought it back in, but it just tapped it back in the field, or what happened with that ball?
It hit the top of the fence.
It hit the top of the fence.
Top of the fence, yep. Okay. Yeah, that just kept on carrying too.
And she did not hesitate running. I mean, she's got some wheels, and all of a sudden she found herself at third base. But yeah, just talk about your team right now, where they're at, and on an upward trend right now for your team.
I would think so. We really dialed up practices to be really tough, really competitive. And these girls respond to that, not mean. We're not mean. We're just really expect a lot out of them at practice, and they have really taken to that. And knowing that this weekend's big, it's big for seeding reasons in playoffs. So, we use this whole week to get ready for the playoffs. And we got Luxembourg Casco, which is a great team. and New London. So those two games on this coming Saturday are big for us in seeding purposes throughout the playoffs. And we're really looking forward to those games. And not that we're not our conference games, but this whole week we weren't just laying up to go. We were going on Monday already. And
it's kind of like you're getting yourself really ready for this time of the year and playing. You're putting yourself in playoff situations, and like I said, those games mean something this Saturday. Big meaning in the conference coming up next week when you take on Kewaskum and then Winneconne next week. So, boy, talk about being battle tested by the time you get to the playoffs. You're really doing it.
We're sure hoping that helps out. And we purposely scheduled that this weekend knowing we had Kewaskum, and then now it turns out now we have Winneconne too. So, we hopefully have the right frame of mind going into this weekend that carries right into next week. And seeding is on. For the playoffs is already on Wednesday, so
wow,
yeah,
things are moving fast.
It moves fast at the end of the year here. Yeah, lots of meetings and lots of charts I got to send off and stuff. So, and then obviously all conference the week after that gets sent off. So we are really busy, and these girls are really in tune to the game and their teammates. And I mean, you think we had a couple girls break some records this year, and some others are doing really great, and that doesn't lose focus on the team goal either.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can get lost. I know we're just worried about one thing, and it doesn't. It's all about accomplishing those great milestones within the team mindset, and that's what's really cool with these girls.
Yeah, it's a great bunch. I just like the chemistry I see with them, and you can tell that they really get along real well. So that's what you want. Those are the teams that make it far in the tournament, and it looks like it's happening again this year for you. So congratulations, dominating win here, and good luck on these big games coming up here this weekend and next week.
Yep, thank you very much. And we get to watch a couple innings here of JV stuff. So
that's right. Yeah.
The next set of girls here, these girls are playing. I only got 2 losses. I think they're like 15-2 this year. So yeah,
it's just Waupun. You just kind of reload every year.
Yeah, Coach Ron has got them really dialed in. We're proud of all these girls out here, not just the varsity, but our program from top to bottom.
These girls been here for like 4 hours or something.
They've been here a while. Yeah, we had a busing issue. We hope Mr. Harmson is okay. He's
yes.
He's a little sick right now. So, and here's our number 1 bus guy. So we wish him well, and lots of prayers going out for him.
Okay, nice win today, Coach,
and
just keep on doing what you're doing all the way through the end of the season here. Josh Nava's joining us here.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Nate.
Okay, so we'll take that from you, and let's just kind of wrap things up. Waupun again dominating performance, 9 runs in the first inning, 7 hits, and had a 9-0 lead in that first inning already with 13 batters. But again, just took this game right from the start, and big games coming up for them. So I guess they're playing some of their best ball of the season, and that's what you want right now. So Waupun winning 13-0 here at Ripon. And that is it from Murray Park. I'm Steve Winterheck, Big Nate Young on the video streaming. Thanks for joining us tonight on Radio Plus Sports.